Welcome everyone to the King of the Palace, presented by the New Palace Bowling Lanes here in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. I'm Steve Bronchuk, along with Dave Matala.
Thank you, Steve. Today we have a great first match. The number 4 seed Gary Casey Jr. versus Ron Richards, the number 5 seed. Both of these guys are great bowlers, and I'm expecting another great match today.
Okay, let's get to the action.
First match, King of the Palace, Gary Casey Jr., number 4 seed versus Ron Richards.
Here we go. Ball down, throws to the right. Missed the head pin. Look, backdoor action, David. Yes!
Absolutely. What a great shot. That Deadwood came back and picked up the 7-pin. Nice opening strike.
Here it is. And the 7 did fall.
Took a little longer, but it fell.
Okay, Gary up again. There is still ball. He takes out 7. Spare leave. The 1, 2, and the 4 on alley 4. He's shooting for a spare and a count. Trying to get a split him. No, oh, too bad. 8 on the strike, opening blocks of 18.
A little full on the head pin.
He's got the 2 and the 4 for a 10 box, Dave. And
ooh, just wide.
Just wide, just missed. A little disappointing on that one, and obviously wanted the 10 to fill it. Make it a clean box with a 10 drop. Okay, here's Ron Richard up on alley 3.
Ron Richards is seed number 5.
Holds the ball with the 5 fingers, deliberate approach. Off a little bit on the right, just missed the head. Oh, whoa, whoa! Got a little backdoor action on some Deadwood. Leaves the 1, 2, 7 on the left.
Yeah, this is going to be a pretty straightforward shot. You want to hit it on the Brooklyn side of the head pin to see if you can't carry them all.
Oh,
ooh.
Just missed the head pin. He's going to try to fill this with a 10 if he knocks down the head pin. And he got it. Opened up with a 10, left no pins down, up. They were all knocked down. Okay, Ron on alley 4. Second box. Here we go. Oh, a little bit to the right. Just combination of the 6 and the 9.
Looks like he actually dropped the ball on that one, Steve.
Yeah. Gonna get a little better control of the ball. You've got to get the head pin. Here he goes for the spare shot.
Ooh.
Oh boy, he's got a tough one.
Little overcompensating on that shot.
He's left with 6 to get a 10 box. Going to be difficult to be able to get the 10. And he dropped 8. So Ron Richard opens up with an 18. Gary Casey Jr. with a spare in the first, opening up with an 8 fill in the spare for 28. 26, excuse me. Looks like, there he goes. And he caught the head pin and he got a hammer. Did you see those pins fly?
Absolutely. He hit that on the Worcester side, heading quarter. Nothing but plate.
That, my friends in bowling, is referred to as a hammer. Boy, those pins just exploded.
Absolutely. Now let's see what we can do for a fill.
A little bit weak on the right side.
You still got another shot at it. It's a pretty makeable shot.
As they always say in Candlepin bowling, David, if you get the head pin up, you get a shot for a spare.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Tough break.
A little bit too full, directly onto the head pin, so he got a 5 count on the strike. He's going to try to wipe out the left side here and get a 9 box. Didn't make contact with the object pin, took out the 3 on the left for a 7 box. A little bit unfortunate, but that happens in the Candlepin bowling.
Indeed it does, Steve. Up now, Ron Richards on lane 3.
We're bowling in box number 5. Momentum going. Just missed the head pin again, David. Just missed.
Yep, absolutely. Left 7, 10, 1, and 2.
You think that diagonal wood in the back will help, David?
It might. We don't know. It's always a guess when you're playing with Deadwood. And he just ended up dropping that ball.
Yeah, too far white.
I'll probably try to shoot for the left side of the head pin to try to carry it all.
Nice out. 9, nothing wrong with a 9 with that, with those 3, excuse me, with those 4 pins left up there to knock down. Got a 9 drop out of it. As you can see there, people, the deadwood was in the gutter. The gutter is approximately 8 inches wide and 5 inches deep. We're drawn on that alley number 4. And, oh, he's got the head pin, David. Oh, what a bad break.
Yeah, that was a great ball. Unfortunately, I think he hit it a little bit too full.
We're faced with the 6, 7, 10 for a spare. 2 pieces of wood out there.
Let's see if he aims for the 6 pin and carry it all.
Oh,
Ooh, little light on the 6. He's left with the 7, 10. With a little wood, lean up against the 10. Ooh, and he picks up the 7, 10 split. That was a nice shot, Steve.
made contact with the front wood, David, spun it around, took out the 7, and ricocheted over and took out the 10.
Nice shot.
Up on alley 3 will be Gary Casey Jr. Box number 5. Wide to the left again, David.
Yeah, he got a little bit of help on that one. I think he held onto the ball a little bit too long.
He's got a spare shot here. He's got the 138, 2 pieces of wood behind it, 1 at an angle. Got to drive right into the head pin, I think, David.
I think you're right. Oh, that was a great shot. You know what, Steve? That was textbook. Heading quarter, right off the right side of the head pin, takes all of them out.
Excellent, excellent shot by Gary. Okay, he's up here on alley 6, box 6. He's on a spare. Whatever he gets on the first ball goes for the count. Oh, head pin, quarter, 9, 9.
Oh, look at that. The 5 pin ended up staying up, being locked in by the deadwood. That's the one thing about Candlepin bowling, Steve. You never know what's going to happen when you have deadwood.
Sometimes it can be your friend, sometimes your enemy.
Nice pickup, Gary.
Nice spare shot to Gary Casey Jr. Ends the 6 with the spare. 5-7, difficult shot, but had some helpful wood. In this instance, the wood was helpful.
Absolutely.
He was
the wood was his friend.
Okay, Ron Richard up, ready to go in alley 3 in his 5th box. Five-finger ball held. Oh, no.
Oh, the spread
No.
eagle. Steve, is this your favorite shot?
David, it's no one's favorite shot. It's the spread eagle. The worst possible thing that can happen in bowling.
Well, I think there's worse things, but this ranks right up there.
Unfortunately, I think he dropped that one and just took out the 10.
It's got to be a pretty good shot to pick up the spread eagle.
1 out of 100, probably, David. Maybe 1 out of 50. Yeah, unfortunately. See, David, here it goes again. You hit your object, you throw the ball, the alley's 60 feet long, you hit your object, which is the object of the game, you hit the head pin, and you get a spread eagle. It happens.
It does.
Let's see if Ron can recover. This time he was off to the left. He leaves what they call the 4 horsemen on the right, which is the 1, 3, 6, 10, and the 7 pin in the corner. You think that he's got a piece of diagonal wood behind the 3 and the 6, David? Will it help him?
It should.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Yes,
oh,
it came back.
He stole it.
The deadwood, David, ricocheted off the back. Even Ron couldn't believe what happened, but he ends with a spare. Excellent bowler.
That was a nice shot.
Very difficult to pick up the 4 horsemen and the 7. Here's Gary on alley 3, 7th box. Winds up. Oh, missed the head pin. David, he has left the 1, 3, 6, 7. In bowling, we call this the washout.
Well, hopefully he doesn't wash out.
Got to get the head pin for the spare.
Ooh, just a little bit to the right.
Yeah, just missed it. Now, David, do you think he's going to go directly into the head pin and try to get the 10, or go to the left side of the head pin to get the 10?
Well, normally I would try to go to the left side. As you can see that he tried. He was just a little off.
Okay, now he's going on to alley 8. Excuse me, alley 4 in the 8th box. He was on an open frame. He's going to try to get back into mark territory, David, which is obviously a spare or a strike. No, missed the head pin again. He's left the 1, 3, 7, 10. 2 pieces of wood on the pin deck and 1 in the channel on the right.
Very makeable shot, Steve, with all that dead wood lying around.
Got to drive right into the head pin, David?
Drive right through it, baby.
Yeah. Oh!
Just left the 10. I thought he had that. That was a perfect shot.
It appeared the 2 pin or the 3 pin ricocheted off the side curtain. Just didn't make contact with the 10, and he leaves the 10, so he has a 9 ball. Okay, here's Ron Richard in his 7th box on alley 3. Head pin, he's got the head. Oh no, and he's left the. It appears that it's gonna be the 5-7, David.
Yeah, but he's got a lot of wood down there. It's one of those shots where you might want to hit that 5 pin on the left-hand side with that dead wood and try to cap it and bring everything over to the 7.
That's the unique thing about Candlepin bowling. 4 pieces of dead wood on the gun.
Ooh, a little bit to the left. Took out the 7 pin with the dead wood.
All that's left is the 5 pin, better known in Candlepin bowling as the king pin. The 5 pin is the king pin.
And wide right.
Okay, the 9 box going to box 8 onto alley 4. The familiar wipe of the hands onto the trousers. Concentrate. There's the delivery. Oh, head pin hit, David.
On the Brooklyn side, let's see what happens.
Once again, David, he got the same lead.
Yep, but this time it's a little bit better. He's got that piece of dead wood behind the 5.
But David, twice in a row he left the 5-7.
Twice in a row. That's Candlepin bowling. But let's see if he can pick this shot up.
Come on.
Absolutely
Yes.
perfect.
The wood took out the 7, the ball, and the wood took out the 5. There's the replay. What an excellent shot.
Absolutely.
That's
Textbook.
the way to play it. Excellent shot.
Gary Casey Jr. has a lead of 99 to Ron Richards 87.
Okay, Gary's up now in the 9th box. David, we know in bowling referred to as the foundation box.
Absolutely.
The 9th box is the foundation box, and oh!
Ooh, the dreaded diamond.
He is left with the 3, 5, 6, 9. Very difficult to make. 2 trains of thought to make it, split it, or go head on into the 3. Oh, he dropped it on the right.
Yeah, and he knew it. Look at it. You've seen his expression. He knew as soon as he let that go that it was going wide right.
Candlepin bowler just knows when the ball's not going to do what you want it to do. He filled it with an 8 box in the 9th box. Now he's coming up to the 10th box, to the final box, to the first string.
Yeah, he has a... Let's see if he can't turn around and create a little bit more distance with Ron Richard.
And here it is. Oh, got the head pin, David, and he's got the hammer.
Now that was a hammer. That was a nice ball.
The 9 pin, the last to fall, I believe, David. Yes, some type of wood got it. He had
Looked
originally
like
the
it
7, 8,
was.
9.
Nice.
Nice strike.
Well, let's see what he can do to fill it.
Oh, I'd love to see a double here, David.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Double, obviously, 2 strikes in a row. He's left the 1-3-6, David, left side. Oh, hit, no, almost. Not quite enough
It's set up nicely for him.
to go back there. And
Ooh, and he picks it up for a 10.
yeah,
Nice
10
shot, Gary.
Yeah, a 10 fill on the strike in the 10th box. Very, very nice ending to his first string.
Now we'll see if Ron Richards can't answer it. Gary Casey's calling.
Oh, nice ball, the 1-3 pocket.
He's got a 7 fill on his spare. This should be a pretty makeable shot.
In bowling, nothing wrong with a 7, David, on the fill.
Nope, absolutely not. Especially this kind here where it should be easy to pick up. Ooh.
It's amazing to me, David, how that pin can spin like that. A candle pin weighs 2 pounds, 8 ounces. It is a width of 2 inches and 15/16. And he's going for 10 box. Oh, he missed. Just a little bit wide to the left. Big final box for Ron Richard on alley number 4, David, his 10th box.
Yeah, let's hopefully he can close out with a mark. Close that gap between Gary Casey Jr.
We got the head pin, David.
Absolutely.
Weird leave. Head pin into the 3, and he left 4 pins on the right side, David. Tough break. Makeable spare, though, David.
Absolutely.
Got to get that 3. He did
got
get it.
Nice
He
shot.
put the 3 into the side curtain. The side curtain made contact and knocked down the 10.
That was a
What
nice
an
shot.
excellent shot. Now he's going for a fill, David. He needs a big fill. He's ready. The approach. A little wide left, he dropped 3 for the fill. A little bit disappointing, but it was a great opening match. Gary Casey Jr., 127-108 to Ron Richards. Excuse me, Ron Richards, 108. What do you think, David?
Well, this is match 1. Hopefully we see more of this in match 2.
Yeah, some unfortunate breaks. Saw at least 3 good pocket hits like we like to aim for, and just nothing developed.
Yes, we did, Steve. Now, Ron Richards will be starting off the second string
Trying to,
on LE3, trying to close out the gap between Gary Casey Jr.
yeah, he's on the LE3. First ball delivery, second string, and he's wiped out 5. He's left the 1, 2, 6, 8, and 10. Piece of wood in front of the 9. That would help him, David. I think he's got to get contact with the head pin, though.
Yeah, this is a pretty makeable shot. The left side of the pin, the head pin, should be able to take the rest of it out. Well, that Deadwood takes out the 10, leaving him an 8 box.
Now we're left with the 1, 2 for a 10 box. And let's see. Chopped out the 2. He opened with a 9.
There's nothing worse than leaving a single pin, and that single pin being the head pin.
So here we go, box number 2. Ron Richards ready. Only took out the 4 pins on the left. We're left with the 4 horsemen plus the 5 and the 9. He's shooting for a spare. He's got to get the head pin, David.
Left side of the head and quarter.
Oh, yes!
And he did.
Yes, David, what a beautiful shot. He got the quarter like you suggested. The 5 pin was the last one to drop. What an excellent spare. Excellent, excellent shot. David Casey Jr. up on alley 3, 5th box. Into the windup, into his approach, into his, a little disappointing. Just took out the 6.
Yeah, but this is a pretty makeable shot. Hopefully Gary can bounce back and...
He's going to wipe it out of his mind and just shoot the head pin. I think he's trying for a strike.
That's the great thing about this game. Every ball has its own meaning.
I think he's going to shoot the 2 on the right, David, to get the 9 box.
I would as well. Ooh, little errant shot, picked up the Deadwood.
You know,
ended up with a 7 box.
David, it is an amazing game. You've got 10 pins sitting down there on a pin deck. 9 inches between the pins, David. It's an amazing game.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you see a pin pass right through those.
Parlor ball. Now we just delivered a nice ball and left 4 pins on the right side.
Pretty makeable shot on this one.
What's it look like? The 3, 5, 6, 10. He's got to take out the 3 in the front and
Just missed.
Just missed. Just missed. Oh, he missed again. Yeah, David, it is an amazing game. We've got 10 pins set up on a pin deck on an alley that's, the width of the alley is 4.5 feet. It's a great, complicated game, I can say. Yes.
It's a good hand-eye coordination game.
And speed is not a real factor. I would say more accuracy, David.
Yes. You don't need to throw the ball hard. You just need to be a little bit accurate with it.
He got it. He got the head pin on the first ball delivery, and he leaves the 7 pin, better known in Candlepin as the corner of the building. He needs the 7 pin, David, for a spare. Playing the wood, David, here, or going right after the pin?
For me, I'd go right at the pin. You can see it, go at it.
No, David, no. Went after the dead wood, pushed one into the other, and carried out the 7 for the spare.
Well, he looks kind of surprised. It looks like he was probably aiming for that pin and just held onto that ball a little bit too long, and he got lucky, and that deadwood was his friend and took out the 7 pin.
Now he's up for the fill. He needs the head pin for the fill. He'll just quite missed. Oh, dropped 6.
Wait a minute, that deadwood's coming over to the...
He got 7, maybe 8, maybe 8.
No, I think that 10 pin is going to stand
Now here's
tall.
the other unique thing about Candlepin bowling, David. Deadwood in the gutter and it stays there.
Absolutely,
It's
you don't take that away.
It's a playable shot. Oh,
Ooh.
no, he had to make contact with the 2 and he missed.
Yeah, I would have hit the side, on the left side of the 2 to probably push that 2 back and then bring the ball over to the 10.
Oh, nice out, nice out.
pickup.
We consider the 3rd ball in a box as your out ball. When you get a 10, David, when you got 3 pins up, that's a good one.
And everybody knows a perfect game of bowling
It's
is 100.
That means every pin was down. Here's Gary Casey to fire up on alley 3. Nope, wide again to the... Oh, wait,
Oh, we have a little bit of
whoa.
late pin action.
Oh, I thought that head pin was going to go down, David.
It looked like it, but you know what? This might be a little bit better of a help for him. With that head pin up with some little wood laying around. Ooh, just a little off.
He just missed.
It's like Gary's having a little hard time trying to find that, that head pin and the accuracy, but I'm pretty sure he'll bounce back.
This seems to be a little off on his ball. It's just not 100% hitting his object, but knowing Gary, he's going to come back. Okay, here he is. He's studying the pins. He's looking. He's concentrating. Just missed it in.
Off to the right.
He's left with a kind of a weird bunch. The 1, 2, 5, 8. Not too often we've seen David in bowling.
No.
Not this combination.
This is the time when you wish you had a little piece of wood hanging around down there to help you
This
out.
is going to be difficult. You had to get the head pin quarter on that. Now, once again, we got the 1 and the 8 up for a 10 box. This is very difficult to make the head pin in with the 8. Very difficult shot.
And he hits the head pin head on and
Drives the head pin to the left of the 8. Okay, Ron Richard coming up in alley 3 after 4. David, what's our score?
Ron Richards number 55 with Gary Casey's 34.
Thank you, David. Ron Richard up on alley 3 in his 5th box. Holding the ball with 4 fingers and the thumb. Regular Candlepin ball release. A little bit of a hook. A little bit wide left. Leaves the 4 horsemen on the right along with the 2 and the 9. Basically a very difficult shot here, David.
But a makeable shot.
As long as the head pin is up, you got a shot at the spare. Just missed.
And he leaves the 4 horsemen with a little help from one of his friends over there.
4 pins in a row on the right side. The 1, 2, 6, and 10 is called the 4 horsemen. Oh, he made it, David. Nice shot for an out.
Nice 10 box for Ron Richard.
It appeared he went to the left of the head pin, and that is called the domino effect, where everything just kind of like falls down one after the other. The other way, of course, of making that shot is to split the 1 and the 2 and flush it, or the 1 and 3, excuse me. And he's coming back, and he drops. Ooh. Drops 5, David. This is going to be tough.
This is a pretty tough shot.
Got the
He
one-
doesn't have any wood to help him out. It's him against the pins.
1, 5, 6, 8, 9. And just chopped up the, looked like the 9. Now he's left with 4 to get a 10 box, David. Very difficult here to get a 10 box.
I would probably go for the 2 and try to grab an 8 out of this.
Wide left, comes up with a frustrating 6 box. A little bit disappointing, but it happens in bowling, David.
It does.
It happens.
It does.
It happens. All right, let's see if David, let's see if Gary can get on his mark. Concentration looks a little bit stronger on alley 3, but no, wide right again.
Still having a hard time finding that head pin.
He's left up 6 pins, very difficult spare. He has no wood on the pin deck. Piece of wood in the channel on the left. Whoa,
Ooh, punched out, and he knew it.
he knew it.
Well, hopefully he can readjust and
The best he
Pick
can
up a
hope for
10.
here is an 8 or a 9 box, David. That would help.
yeah, but I would take a 10 if I could.
Well, he get the 8. Okay.
And you can see that he's just a little bit frustrated.
He is just through on his first ball. He's left the 1-3-8. You think this wood here behind the 1 and the 3 will help?
If he hits this just right, everything should go.
Oh, it looped, David. It looped around.
Once again, the wood was not Gary Casey Jr.'s friend.
Oh, my goodness. What a disappointing outcome. Yeah,
And you can see it in his face.
How did that pin stay up? Well, David, after 6, what we got for a score?
Ron Richards 71 to Gary Casey's 51. Ron Richards working on a 20-point lead.
He's on alley 3, box number 7. 3-step approach and a delivery. Just missed the head pin, and he has left. Oh, the 3-pin went down, David.
Yeah, he's left with the 1-7 with a lot of wood on the deck.
Are you going right after the wood or hitting the pin?
I go right after the head pin.
Into the wood.
Oh, and he picked it up. Did you see that?
Excellent shot, David.
Absolutely. He hit the head pin, carried it all the way into the 7-pin.
It appeared that the ball bounced off the inside left of the head pin and went into the 7. Now he's into his fill. On the first ball, very important, and he dropped 5. He got a half a loaf, as they consider that in bowling. 4 horsemen right along with the 9-pin. Difficult shot, David. No wood. You got to be perfect.
Even sometimes being perfect doesn't really help.
He did, David. He carried it out. He followed through. A beautiful shot. He's got back-to-back marks. The ball went between the 1 and the 3. The ball took out the 9.
And he's absolutely opened up a little bit bigger of a lead on Gary Casey.
Well, the pressure's on Gary now. He's got to deliver. He has to deliver. Got the head. Oh,
Tough
my
break.
goodness.
He hit that right where he wanted to, and he left with 5.
He just took out the left side, and that's all. Difficult shot. Well, he's got to get these 4 for 10 bucks, David, to clean the deck.
You know he wants this 10.
Well, he figured out what. Finally.
Finished off with a 9 box.
Alley 4. He's wide right again, David. Left a real tough split.
Yeah, it looks like
1,
he's
2,
trying to make adjustments on,
1,
on his
2,
approach.
1, 2, 4, 6, 10. The wood's not going to help. It's going to probably just go back into the deck. He missed his object. He needed the head pin. He went right by it.
You can see that he's getting frustrated, and for everybody out there, Gary Casey Jr. is a phenomenal bowler. His father was Gary Casey Sr., who used to bowl and has since retired. But I'll tell you what, when Gary Sr. bowled, unbelievable. Nobody could beat him. And his son, Gary Casey Jr., on a good day, nobody can beat him.
That's right, David. I've seen it. Ron Richard up in the 9th box. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, referred to in bowling as the foundation box. Ron Richard, he just missed the head pin. A lot of missing right and left on the head pin. You've got to get the head pin, David, on the first shot.
Most definitely.
Oh, just missed again. He's left the 1 and the 10 for a 10 box.
With no wood.
Very difficult. Maybe made 3 out of 10 shots.
Drive that head pin right back into the 10 pin.
A disappointing 8 in the 9th box. Now he's going to the 10th box. Let's see what Ron Richard can end with.
See if he can build that lead a little bit bigger on Gary Casey Jr.
Well, he missed the head pin to the left.
Oh, that deadwood was coming up to that 3-pin, and it might have actually taken out the 1 pin as well, but the other piece of deadwood slowed it down.
But here's an example of the uniqueness once again, David. He missed the head pin. He's left the spare leave. The 1 and the 3. Oh, he had to get the head pin to get the spare. Just missed. Just missed the spare.
Let's see if he can pick up the head pin for a 10 box.
He did, right on. We've been noticing a lot of actions off the side cushions too, David, approximately 3/8 of an inch in width. That bounces the pins from side to side, drops them down.
Definitely helps out, especially if you're trying to pick up the 7-10 split and you need a little kick off a wall.
And it can give enough force for the pin to roll across the alley. And Gary, a little bit light again to the right side.
Yeah, he's got 6 pins up.
Very odd leave.
Pretty makeable shot.
Got to drive right into the pocket. He's got to drive right into the 1-2, excuse me. Just didn't do it. Just didn't carry enough.
Leaves the 1-9.
Oh, he did drive it out, David.
He
nice
picked it
shot.
up.
For a 10, very difficult.
Gary Casey Jr. getting ready to finish off.
10th and final box on alley 4.
Let's see what he can do.
Let's hope he can end with a spare strike, spare. Got the head pin.
Ooh,
And yes, he did
nice
get a hammer.
pickup.
He did get a hammer. Got some delayed action. Some dead wood somewhere got knocked around. Punted into the 7, David, off the sidewall. Hit another piece of wood and drove it into the 6 and knocked it down. Excellent shot.
Great shot. That's got to make him feel pretty good knowing the way he was having a hard time locating that head pin.
Now he's dropped 8 on the
Unfortunately,
first
it may be a little too late.
Yeah. Well, it'd be nice to go out with a strike spare.
And he picks it up.
And that's the end of the second string, and we have a winner.
The Ron Richards defeating Gary Casey Jr. by a score of 117-99.
Combined total tonight for the first 2 strings of Gary Casey Jr. Ron Richard winning 241 to 226. And as we look at the stats, David, 4 strikes with Gary Casey Jr., 2 spares. Ron Richard never really struck, didn't have a strike, but had 7 spares.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes strikes aren't always what matters. It's picking up the junk on the table. Spares are as good as strikes. As you can see here, even though Gary had more strikes, Ron Richard had the most spares and ended up taking the match.
Well, David, we just witnessed a great opening match between Ron Richard and Gary Casey Jr.
Absolutely, Steve. Ron Richard, the number 5 seed, defeated Gary Casey, the number 4 seed, with a score of 241 to 226. Now, Ron Richard has the task of facing Bill Palumbo next week in the King of the Palace. Bill Palumbo comes in as the number 3 seed. Ron Richard is the 5th seed. I am looking for some more spectacular action next week.
The action should be fast and furious, and we're looking forward to a great match.
And we'll see you all next week on the King of the Palace.